Hello, ladies and gentlemen, although I said gentlemen. This is Gossip Gala, and my name is Goss Beauty Israel, aka the Lady Vibe, aka Planty Planty, aka Gossip Body. You guys should stop playing. I don't know what it is exactly this afternoon. How you guys doing? You guys should tell me what's going on, what's happening. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. It's a Friday feeling. You don't need a reason to start the freaking party. Yay, yay, yay. Shout out to Fireboy. I don't think we've spoken about Fireboy in the longest of time. Thinking about it, the guy is always doing something beautiful, something massive. And yeah, well done to him. Even though we don't know exactly why he's still, with Olamide in the YBNL record label. But again, which one is my own self? What's my business really? Like, what is my business? If he's doing so well there, so it can as well be there. Even though, some people will still actually beg to differ and say, no, it's time for him to leave and let's see what he can do by himself. Given, the way Ashake left the record label earlier this year. Well, I beg, my own is you guys should produce good song. I beg, me, I will listen and I will dance. Given that it's Friday, for us, for some people that like to jaye and enjoy the moment, some will go to the club today, down to tomorrow, from one place to the other. I trust Oni on this one, really. This is no shade, but I trust that babe. I'm very sure she has like 2, 3 places that she's going from this night down to tomorrow and on Sunday. Wahala. But you guys should tell me what's the weekend for you. Like, how are you going to be spending the weekend? For me, not too much things. Yeah, I intend to just get some new haircut. I'm thinking of changing the color again. Mm. Yes, I'm thinking of changing the color. So there's this hairstyle I used to be with, something that looks like dread, sort of. But I'm trying to go for something a bit more calmer. You get, but I'm still thinking about it. So I'm not yet sure. I'm not sure that's what I want to do yet. One thing I like about myself is the fact that I like to explore. Yeah. When I see something I like it, let's do it. That's just how I am. I am let's do it person. If you bring this idea, I just look at it and let's do it. I really for me it's more on the go, on the go, on the go, So I saw the hairstyle on social media and I'm like, it's so nice. So it was on Instagram that I saw, I say, it's so nice. And when I was going to class, or I think on Monday, I saw someone with their hair again. I'm like, are you sure God is not speaking to me and it's not telling me God's beauty? It's time to go for this hairstyle. Don't worry, guys will see it. Again, I'm not promising anything, not anytime soon, because again, the hair will require me to, grow, a bit of hair again before I can actually do something like that. But I'm thinking of changing the color of the hair from pink to something more chaotic. I don't know. Something something elevated, something goth beauty. Do you get it? Something I don't know. You guys will shall see it. All right. So speaking of social media, yeah. I get one matter why I stay like that. I say, I'm on this one, we go come talk and for here because what better place to have that kind of conversation? So I saw where Jerry Eze, Pastor Jerry Eze now. He was, talking to his members about certain things. And I like the what he actually said, which is don't pay anybody for them to pray for you. In short, any church that you go to and they tell you have to pay a certain amount for them to pray for you, just know that church is not it. In it at all, because make it make sense to me. Even in the Bible, when Jesus was doing all the whole prayer and casting and binding, he didn't ask for any fee. Do you understand? If you want to give into the church, it's absolutely fine. If you want to pay offering, beautiful. You want to sow seed, fine. But which one is? Sure, the one that even killed me was as he went further with the explanation. It was like, oh, there's this man that came to him and told him that I don't see something. In my head, I'm like, okay, what's going on? What exactly is this one? Then he went further to say that, the man, the church that he went to, they told him that, oh, for your name to be part in the prayer register. So they have like, hey, voila. Not saying I don't go see for this church. Church is where in Nigeria. Hey, God. So they told him that for your name to be part of the people, the prayer list, people that will be praying for and all, you have to pay a certain amount. Guess what the amount is? 2.5 million naira. 2.5 million naira. For this country that Some people are still drinking Gary. You just need prayer. Hey God, you've not even talked about the prayer itself because it showed me say if for you to, I mean only made they write your name for the list. You they pay 2.5. If the general overseer will come pray for you, uncle, wait see how much you go come pay. I mean it's ridiculous and it's really crazy. When I was watching the story and I was I mean it's surprising but at the same time it's very annoying if you get my point. So why are Nigerians so gullible? Why are Christians so gullible? Like how hard is it to just read the Bible and understand what it's saying? There's nothing you actually need in this world that the Bible has not provided for you. Interesting part is just like my mom will always tell me, shout out to my mom. My mom is that person that she would I mean for every prayer that she has to pray, she has a scripture backing it. Because literally everything is in the scripture, everything you need. Everything you need, your wants is in the scripture. All you need to do is to go and read. Understand it. What does God has to say concerning a certain situation? What does God have for me? What does God think about? Like, come on now. Where person go, please come to me. See, me and the Holy Spirit, we have this deal, you understand? Come to me, let me pray for you. That too, you know what 2.5 can help some people do in this regime that we are in. Hell God. Then I mean, honestly speaking, we need to wake up. Like we actually need make on a jazz up. I beg. On a don't to take relaxer. On a don't to take relaxer, just they relax. On a gat jazz up. You guys need to wake up. Please, you guys need to wake up. Not in this time and age. Somebody's telling you for you to, be part of the people will be praying for. You need to pay 2.5 million naira. Hey God. The things I hear, you people don't cease to amaze me in this social media. Like you are always giving me like latest gist that when I even hear sometimes I want to ask, do people think before you do certain things? Come on now. I mean, I like the fact that now he has come to realize that. I think one of the motivating factors to all of these things is the fact that everybody's looking for miracle. Nobody's concerned about who exactly is this God, right? Many people don't even know. I beg. They don't even know who they are serving. Annoying part. Some people just go to church because they talk say that pastor they see. They talk say that pastor they do miracle. They talk say that pastor wake up. I mean, you need to be serious because at some point, I mean, it's looking like you're just going up and down carrying the name, and that's one of the reasons why many people now don't even want to, carry that name. Oh, I'm a Christian or whatever. They just want to be on their own because you have bastardized and just insulted, and I mean, there's a lot. People need to wake up. On a gat jazz up. Emphasis on jazz up. I beg. All right, let's quickly go straight into Street X. You already know that when we go there, there's a lot to talk about. All right, so on the first tweet I see, we have here the unnecessary flashbacks of your reckless spending when you go broke. This one hits hard. I'm not going to lie. I'm one of those persons that actually I will not say that I will not say I spend recklessly, yeah. But I'll say I'm one of those persons that didn't do what they call financial planning, finance planning and all of these things. I'm one of those persons that just I look at the money in my account. I look at it and I say, this one is huge. Especially when I've just had like maybe I've just finished writing a script for a producer or something, and the money just enters the account. I'm always looking at it that God's beauty is just still plenty money. But guess what? You know one thing financial planning helps you do, right? You'll be able to know what exactly you want to get. You'll be able to separate your needs and wants. You understand? You'll be able to separate your needs from wants. Then you know what exactly you need to buy and how you can now maybe maneuver to, get your wants and all. But you see, that year, when I look at the money, I say, this money is looking nice. There's nothing I'll buy. The money will remain. Guy, once I spend 1 to 3 times, and most of the times, I mean, let me not. Honestly speaking, yeah, most of the times I feel like when I spend, I combine both my need and want together. I think that's also one problem people have, with their finances and all. It's important that you separate your needs and your wants. Me, they join us together. I mean, that year I need parfait. See, I need parfait in my life. Honestly speaking, that was it was part of my problem that time, like that year. But right now, when you look at your account, you say, no, this money is not enough. You look at it and say, this money is not enough, honestly speaking. So on this particular tweet, I know I feel and I'm very sure many people did at some point in their life because it takes certain experiences for you to now know how to take care of your finances, what exactly you have to buy at some point, what exactly you would I mean, like I said, what exactly you need to buy at some point, into the month or into the week, before you can now start saying, okay, you know what, I think I need parfait right now. Okay, you know what, let's get some dominoes. I mean, you first off, you don't take care of all the needs. Well, honestly speaking, it actually hits hard. I can't wait to get to that point where I just spend so much that I don't even need to bother about what the account balance will be, because I know for sure that the money will always the step up. You get what I mean? You get what I mean? But honestly speaking, having to even, I feel like financial literacy is something that that we need to emphasize on, because it's a lot, and that's why at the end of the day you see people having to borrow, having to do one or two things to be able to get money. When if you look at the huge amount of money that everyone enter their account, it's enough for them to take them that month. But because of that reckless spending, not knowing the difference between your needs and wants, all of those things will make you spend so much that at the end of the day, you got to a point where I started thinking, what exactly did I use this money for? Like, I'm not joking, no. It never completes 2 weeks. The money don't finish. What exact? God, it got to a point where I had before I even start the new month, I already have a list of what I want to buy, and that's where that separation of needs and want comes in. So okay, this one you can't do without all of these things. You get them out first. You probably even do a total. Then oh, do you want to take out one thing? Do you think this month you can? It's a lot. See, in general, being an adult is a lot, honestly. I think we should celebrate ourselves. It's not easy. Come on now. Like, yourself. The fact that you can actually do a full month without borrowing, without spending recklessly. There's so many things that you want, but you look at it and say, no, let's manage. Let's see. Shout out to you, man. Like, honestly speaking, it's a lot. I'm not going to lie. Me, I passed through it, so I know that hey, it's not a simple thing. It's a lot. You understand? So yeah, well done to you guys. Well done to me. Well done to every adult out there. Alright, moving on to the next tweet from Somto. This tweet hits hard though. I don't know. I think my producer actually did so well in having to pick all of these stories. All of these tweets rather, honestly speaking. On this one says, I remember failing badly in university, so I decided to find a validation and confidence elsewhere, preferably in something I was good at. Emphasis on good at. According to something, she thought that she was good at this. But I joined a state Scrabble tournament and still came overall last. I went home and cried. Lost. Anyway, I'm not even going to lie. See, you know why I felt like this hits hard, because I think it also shows how young we are at that time and how you're trying to get everything right. But I would say I'm lucky, or I was lucky, because I grew up in a family where my dad hates failure so much. Like, he hates when you now have to tell him, oh, sorry, it was a mistake. He will tell you, why are you making a mistake? Why are you not conscious? Why are you not vigilant? Why are you not watching? Hey, having to be tutored by that man is a lot. But shout out to him. I mean, this is his month. I think May 29 is his birthday. Yeah, so happy birthday to you, Papa, in advance. But coming back to this, yeah, honestly speaking, this story I feel like it's something that happened to a whole lot of person. Let me give you guys this small thing that happened to me one time. So I remember when I was in secondary school. That should be JS2, right? So there's this girl I used to sit with. Her name is Ugochi. So I think that was like the first term. It was nice. It was beautiful. I think I topped the not top the class per se. Not like I carried for, but I was like, I think that should be. I think I took around let me not lie, that should be around either 9 or so, something around that, right? Then, but there was a way Ugochi was treating me in the class that I really did not like. So I left Ugochi, and I think Ugochi used to stay like at the front seat, right? So I left Ugochi and I went to sit at the back, because there's this girl there, and I think her name was Lala at that time. And Lala was very calm. Lala wasn't really very book serious and all of that, right? But she was She was calm. She wasn't giving me too much stress. Ugochi was always stressing me. Ugochi wanted us to always read. Ugochi wanted us to always go to, I think one of the clubs back there. Me, I prefer to be a culture and dramatic club. Where we will hear joke and we'll laugh and all. But she wants something more serious. I mean, at the end of the day, she actually even did science and all. Shout out to you, Ugochi. But back then, yeah, she wanted. And then, babe, you're stressing me. You understand? So I remember how I went to stay with Lala. And staying with Lala, it was calm, it was everything. But guess what? That time when we are done with class and all, I think I've never carried the class before. Thank God, I've never carried the class before. But that particular position I took that term, it was nothing to write home about because I remember taking it home and by myself. I even had to change it because I know my papa would, of course, it would talk. You understand? So I wasn't proud of myself, and I think that's one of the lessons that I learned. And you see that I learned it quite early, very young. It has made me to always step up my game. I mean, I left. I think at the end of the day, I left secondary school with either sixth position, and I mean, and I've just kept it on like that. And we are about 40 in the class. An art student. We're about 40 in class. You know how everybody wants to run to the art club because they think it's a bit all calm and all. So yeah. But honestly speaking, it was a lot. And I learned it, like I said, I learned it right from when I was small. I mean, Papa hates when you have to say sorry or when you have to say, oh, it was a mistake. Or he will always tell you have to be cautious. He will always tell you have to do this, you have to do that. I mean, what day was that when we had a panel section and I had to wake up middle of the night because I wanted to be sure that I'm not going to say rubbish. I wanted to be sure that I'm not. I mean, there's really a lot. So I get this person, and I think one of the things that this person actually missed out, and the reason why the person had to even fail again, even when it was just not a normal game, was because see, people actually see failure as that point where they have to just feel relaxed and just stay there. Failure is supposed to be that your wake up call to move on. Do you understand? And that's why I said my dad never really liked us when we fail. Because I mean, immediately you fail, he tell you stand up, move on. You're not even supposed to fail in the first place. Do you understand? Because he wants to be sure that you are focused. He wants to be sure that you're intentional about what you're doing. You understand? Now in school, you didn't do well, right? You didn't go back to check, okay, why didn't I do this? What exactly made me fail? Why didn't I get this correct? You didn't go back to check. Instead, you just felt like, almost school no before me and let's move on. And now you went to, a game stuff, and at the end of the day you still failed there because again, you are not cautious, you're not even ready. You have to be mentally ready for certain things. You don't just wake up and say, oh, let's do this thing. You have to be mentally ready. You have to look at it and say, okay, this is what I want to do. Now, what do I do? What do I put in for me to be able to achieve a certain position or for me to be at the top? So these are the things that you have to put in place. And I feel like that's something many people are not conscious about. And I'm so sorry, Somto, and I so laughed at your story. I can't relate because for every time I have to always be on my toes. Thanks to Papa, I have to always be on my toes. If you're failing today, you have to give me 1001 reasons why as you're standing up, you're not going to repeat that. And honestly speaking, I think it's something that every parent should actually have. It has the bad parts, which is, I mean, there was a point where for every time that I now make a mistake that I'm not even, that I mean, I could not hold or handle, it was a problem because then I cannot share it with him. I cannot explain to him because, of course, he will see it as you are not being cautious. He will see it as you're not being intentional. He will see it as you were never focused. You understand? But thank God I had a mom that always, I mean, for every time that you have to rant, just bring it on, bring it on. I mean, I have the best of really. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I mean, that's what it is. Okay, moving on to the next tweet. This one says, I just noticed May 1st sounds like may I. It's like the month is politely asking for permission to begin. Yes, you may. I think I kind of agree, but I don't know about other people. I just feel like my own may have not started yet. Does that make sense? So from April, I'm one of these persons that give, deadlines to certain things, and for every time I have, I think beginning of this year I've been all choked up with a lot of things because of course that's where self development comes in. I'm trying to be okay, let's do this thing, finish it, and we're done with that. Let's keep it up. I mean, I think I began the year with getting a set from HubSpot, right? that on content marketing, and I moved on to having to, writing with Ebony Life and all. So you see that there's a lot. And for every month there's one thing that I need to put out. Or am I sending a proposal to this person? Am I speaking to a producer? And there's just a whole lot of things, I've been doing. And honestly speaking, when I said April, like I said, for every month I have, deadlines to certain things. I said the project April and I'm not done with it. So back of my head, and I'm not even the one holding. It's literally people I'm working with. So back of my head, I'm like, I'm supposed to have been done with this thing before the end of April. I'm not even in May. My May never start because May is supposed to be, for me, a new journey. Okay, like we are opening another thing, we are working on certain things and we're starting. And now that I have to drag a project from April down to, May, it's not my thing, but I still feel like my May has not started. People should leave me in the low. But yeah, for those that their May have started, I mean, okay, so this is it. My May have not started work wise, but for money, I don't start to debit a lot up and down. Anyway, but you guys should tell me. Beginning of the month, given I mean, started yesterday, right? Has it may really start for you? For me, it hasn't. Probably maybe during the weekend I will not start feeling it, and I think by then I should be done with what I'm supposed to have been done with in April. But I mean it is what it is. All right, moving on to the last tweet we have here. This one says 500K isn't a lot of money currently, but please, for your mental health, don't owe anyone that amount of money. Please, I'm begging you again. Emphasis. Don't owe anybody. I don't know how you people even do it. And this takes us back to what I was saying about financial literacy. It's important, except of course there are certain situations that would happen that you don't have a choice but to, borrow and all. But honestly speaking, try as much as possible not to borrow. You see, borrow for anything per se, whether for your business that's starting. So that's even worse because then you have to pay interest. And I mean, it's a business that's just growing, you're just starting, you've not even started making money, you've not started making customers, and you're already paying. That's a lot, honestly speaking. Borrowing on all ramification, I don't see a reason why people should actually even, borrow because it's a lot. Honestly speaking, it is a lot. It's a lot, though, and that's why it amazes me sometimes when I hear people borrow because of they want to do party or they want to buy a shwebi or do. Hey God, see, you get some kind, and the annoying part. First off, you should know that everybody in Nigeria, especially people that have like 9 to 5 and all, there's a lot. Our salary is never enough for us. You guys agree, Abby? Our salary is never enough. So we imagine where you now borrow money from another person that the person's salary is not enough. When it's time for when the person is broke, who do you think? How do you think the person would want to survive? Of course, the person will come back for his money or her money. Then you will not start saying the person as a wicked person. Why this one they bother me because of 10K? My guy, 10K now money. Yourself, why you borrow 10K? You see, it's a lot really, but I mean, God will help us. I'm believing so. I mean, I believe so. So I don't know what you believe in, but God has been helping me. So I don't know. You people should be believing in God though, because there are some things that when you see like you say, God, please handle it. All right, let's go on a short break to start the gist proper. I can't even wait to dive in. There's a lot to talk about. Stay with me.
Tell us you're a Nigerian without saying a word. Energy security is one of the most pressing issues for many developing countries like Nigeria. And if there's going to be any meaningful progress, addressing our energy issues is non-negotiable.
I need to see light for my house. Make them do something.
Band A is expensive. I literally have to turn off all my appliances just to reduce costs.
We need light.
Introducing the Energy Outlook, your go-to show for everything energy. Every week, we'll bring you the latest insights, innovation, and in-depth analysis of Nigeria energy sector. From policy discussions to regulatory insights, we'll analyze the key decisions influencing growth and sustainability in the energy sector. We'll bring you the human stories behind the headlines, giving you a personal perspective on the broader energy challenges. Join me every Friday at 6 p.m. for the Energy Outlook, your guide to the future of energy, where energy means business.
Hey guys, it's your girl Purple Diva, and I'm live here at Gossip Gala. I want to say a very big shout out to Gossip Gala. Peace out.
All right, thank you so much for staying with me. Now let's have this more gist. From Akon. Come on. Let me tell you what he said. And he says, I helped create Afrobeat, develop P Square, the band. Hmm. Hmm. I feel like some people beg to differ, but honestly, on this table today, I want to actually give people their flowers, and that's why when I was talking about the whole adulthood, whatever, you see, I give us our big it's important, please. Everybody should just hold their flowers. So on this one, I will give him his flower because again, Akon is someone that he's a legend, he's a living legend. To some people, he is, and you cannot actually take that out. Do you understand? Let me quickly read this out, and it says, Akon, an American. A singer, right, and producer known for his global hits and collaborations. Recently, he claimed a significant role in the development of Afrobeats, stating that he helped create the genre by working with Nigerian artists like P Square and the band. Shout out to the band, actually. Yeah, I think it's important. I said everybody would they give them their flowers one by one. He mentioned signing Wizkid in 2008 and collaborating with Banky W in Nigeria, contributing to the evolution of the sound now recognized as Afrobeat. So I think some people felt like this is not maybe not this is let me not use the word wrong, but they felt like there's no need of you having to come out and just say it. And the way it was said, one thing about Nigerians, they are not concerned about okay, what angle is this person coming from. They're always more concerned about who be this one where we can carry our shine now. Which one we say that you bring Afrobeat? You get the point. But honestly speaking, let's look at it very well. Now, Afrobeat, right, did not fall from the sky. It definitely has to be with from people that started from the grassroots, people that have always been singing, the Nigerian music industry in court now. You get me? Now, honestly speaking, do you know that whenever I have a conversation with people about, Nigerian Afrobeat and all of that, I like to always mention people that started it. People that at first, what they were doing was just singing and entertaining people. The likes of Fela, even before that, we have Lagbaja, like a whole lot of people that then, to them, what they were doing was just music. Let's sing. Is it the Fuji? Anything really. And now that have a name for it, right, because of the different sounds and all of that. There's something that Wizkid did in his album. If you guys remember, I think that's the first song in the album. I think that should be intro or so. If you listen to that, that's a different sound coming together. It's a fusion of different sound, and that's of all the tracks in that album. That's my number one before Kese, because I know some like Kese now nothing I like, but I love that song so much because it was a very good blend of different sound, and it made so much sense. Do you understand what I'm saying? It made so much sense. Trust me, Afrobeat will not be Afrobeat that we are actually calling today with our mouth wide open. I will not be calling it the way we are calling it if we don't have people that have actually put in the work. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I hear him when he said that, I am one of the persons that helped create this. Because trust me, if he has not done one or two things, if you have not sang with P Square, if you have not had a song with the band, we will not be where we are. Do you understand? And trust me, and that's why whenever we're having conversations around anything really, any industry really, I don't take out anybody out because I feel like whether it's one song that you drop inside, it has actually made an impact. Do you understand what I'm saying? Whatever it is, even on one song where you drop lighter, where drop one, is it few songs? That should be around, I think 1 to 5 songs that he had at that time. When he dropped it, it made an impact. You cannot take that out. You see lighter sound when it comes to, if you look at other people, everybody has their sound. And I just wish that lighter didn't do what he did. If not, who would he be comparing with? Who would he be competing with rather? I'm very sure that there are so many people that he would have actually even passed. Let's not lie. More not twist this thing. You guys know. You understand? So when no matter whether the person is, whether we are no longer listening to the person, whether we have other people that are better, that's not the question. The main question is, do people that even started it, did they put in the work? Yes, they did. Because trust me, if they have never put in the work, we will not be where we are right now. Because you will hear people say they want to always give credit to Biscuit, they want to give credit to Burna Boy, they want to give credit to, the people that we listen to now. But how about the legends? How about the people that actually put in the work? And that's why on this one, I'm giving him his flowers. Because trust me, if he has not given, you hear him when he said he had to collaborate with Banky W. You know how Biscuit started now with Banky and all. So imagine there was no, that collaboration. Do you think Whiskey would be where he is today? I mean, I'm not saying that we should, take out the path of God or any other person's hand and all. But what I'm trying to say is when people come out to say certain things, also look at their perspective. And like I said, he has been. Let's not lie, this guy's been doing music since the 90s. I mean, having to check him out, this guy started singing since, I think his first song came out in 1995 or so. So now that kind of person, what you want to disagree with, come on, now you guys should make it make sense to me. So yes, on this one, we are giving Akon his flowers. He actually ate. If you listen to all of his songs, back-to-back jams, that's what he even has. I don't think there's any song that he has actually brought out that I don't like, to be honest. For every time I listen to his song, I'm always like, who is this one again? Do you get? And I think his song is evergreen. For every time you want to always go back to listen to it. So yeah, shout out to him, honestly, on this one. Shout out to him. All right, moving on to the next person. You know why I like this story so much? Just yesterday, M. Jones and Deborah, they commented and said that Davido is a narcissist, and I don't know why they think so or why they believe he is. And I just wish we'll have that conversation. M. Jones and Deborah, please, it's time for us to have that conversation. Why do you think Davido is a narcissist? I would like to hear that, right? Let's explore on that a bit because that's what we have here. Davido actually feels like, despite 15 years of, shaping the Nigerian music, you people are not giving him his flowers. You see, David has come. He don't reach out for intro to say no. You people, I must talk about it. 15 years is a whole lot. I think yesterday I was telling you people the first song that made me know the video, which is I love that song so much. That song has a whole lot of melody. The lyrics on point. Everything is on point. I love that song so much. And I am one person to always see people for what they do, their footprint, and congratulate them and give them their flowers. That's how I am. I mean, I told you guys earlier this year, this year's attitude is what? It's gratitude. So for every time I see people do certain things, I'll tell them, see, this one, big, I like it, well done. You understand? Even go as far as telling them that you believe in them. Even though it's not believe in them, come. You guys get it. I beg, that's not me. But you get the point. It's important that you always tell people that, oh, I see your work, well done. Honestly speaking, it's time that you people actually give the video his flowers. When it comes to his personality as a person, because like I said, when I heard M. Jones said that, oh, this guy is a narcissist and all. I've actually always seen Davido to be a happy person. I've seen Davido to always be, it's him that brought the slogan, be rise by lifting others. That's Davido. It's not be me talking. It's Davido that actually brought that out. That's his slogan. That's what he works with. Apart from the fact that he's OBO and he's the baddest, but that's what he works with. He believes that you rise by lifting other people. I think it was earlier this year when we were also talking that his foundation gave so much millions of naira to, some orphanages here in Nigeria. That's a beautiful thing coming from him. So when M. Jones mentioned that, she sees him as a narcissist, in my head I'm like, nah, I really don't know why. And I just wish we'll have that conversation, today. Yeah, it's very important. Let me see your own side. My own perspective to things is I don't see Davido as that. He might have his flaws, yeah. Not be saying he might have. He get flaws, plenty flaws in short. With the whole, marriage, whatever, scandal and all, we get that. But I will not also take out the fact that I consider him to be a good person. I will not take that part out. And I will not also take out the part that he's a very good artist. His songs, his lyrics, everything is on point. He's always killing it. Whether you like it or you don't like it too. That's where now waiting me, I believe. You understand? And I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts on this one. I think of this one for the fact that he has even come out to even say that 15 years and I've been doing this music, you still cannot give me my flowers. I think it's actually very bad because again he sees how you guys perceive him. People should please give him his flowers. Even if it's OBO, thank you. We see your work. Well done. Please. All right. One person that this is my celebrity crush. Well, for people that have been, watching us for the longest of time, I think you should know that by now. And we have no other person here than Falz, the bad guy in the building. Bado, Tife Worley. Come on, man. I love Falz, the bad guy, so much. That's my celebrity crush, you guys. Yes. Bring it on. All right, let me quickly tell you guys what he has for us today. And it says, I have never told anyone I love you. Larry Kilo Day, what's going on with you? But I get his point. Let me quickly read this. And it says, In a recent interview, he revealed that he has never told anyone "I love you" in a romantic context, attributing it to his cautious approach to relationships. Falz emphasized that this doesn't mean he is devoid of emotion, but rather he hasn't found the right person yet. Emphasis on the right person because some people on the streets, they are not the right person. No, this is not to insult anybody or anything, but honestly speaking, I like how people somehow come out to say these kind of things because again it helps you know what to do as a person. Do you get what I'm saying? When you think that you've actually seen the person, the things that they will do you just be taken aback and say, I didn't know. Hey God, I wish I knew that this person is actually not the right person. And it has happened to us a whole lot of times. It has happened to me personally. I've been served breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You understand? In a very coded way, but of course it wasn't funny. And the fact that he has come out to say that, oh, I've really never told anybody I love you, is him saying that for every time he's in a relationship with someone, he's always very cautious. He tries as much as possible to understand where exactly this relationship is going to. What are we doing exactly? Is this thing to stay? Are you here to get money or get whatever? So yeah, and I think that's something that people should be very aware of. Once you're in a relationship with someone, please don't allow the butterfly lead you. Let your brain lead you, please, not your heart this time. You understand? Because that would actually help you to know whether this person in question, that's your partner, if the person really is into you or the person is just there for maybe play or there's so many reasons why people are in relationship nowadays. Some kind of reasons why they're going, they fear me. Understand? So it's important that you know. It's one thing to even ask them because again, you know how humans are. You tell them, oh, why do you want to date me and all? They can lie. They can tell you anything. They will not be truthful. We know already. So there's no need having to sugarcoat things. Instead, try to see things for yourself. And if you remember yesterday, I was saying that we should try, especially women. You see that 90 days rule that we talked about from Steve Harvey's book? Please, people should put it in your pocket. You always remember, always think about it because again, most of the times when you one of the reasons why many women at the end of the day they are still in the relationship they are in is because they feel like they have done too much for their partner. And if you ask us too much, you're not here, oh, we slept together and I've aborted for him, and the list keeps going on and on. Please, to avoid things like that, it's important that you're exposed to this kind of things. And that's why I like what Falz said about it's not coming to tell me. I saw the parts of him teaching, because I know some people now are going to be seeing it in a different light. Well, that's people's business. All right, let's really go on the short break, guys, to come back with more gossip. Stay with us.
Nigeria, by extension Africa, battles a growing youthful population and with little or no meaningful engagement leaves a ticking time bomb on our hands. We are a blessed continent with great wealth, both in people and material. Our focus on ways remains driving conversations that affects us all. Topics in the news, social concerns, politics, leadership, governance, empowerment, resource management, conflict management, finance, SME sustainability, technological innovation, food security, health, education, brain drain, our well-being, citizenship, and much more. Our goal is to continuously drive these conversations, keep them burning at the table to effect a positive change both for our nation and continent. Ways, what are you saying, has a secret ingredient that completes the conversation every single episode, and that ingredient is you. Our past conversations shaped our yesterday. To shape our tomorrow, we must keep talking. So, I want to hear you. Be a part of our live conversations Mondays through Fridays. And let's all have our say.
Hi, it's your girl, Luca Rose, and I'm giving a shout out to Gossip Gala. Mwah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dr. Craze, aka Craze Clan, aka Did This Shock You, aka Papa Ade, and you are watching Gossip Gala. The gist is the gala. Chop 'em.
Hi, I'm Abigail Tiwala Nubi. Shout out to Gossip Gala.
And we are back like we never left because we never left. We didn't go anywhere. We are here. You understand? To serve you hot tea. You understand? All right, the next tea that I see here is from Funke Akindele. Another celebrity that I actually adore so much. I remember that year when I used to watch her, and I mean, I love her so much. She's fun. She's entertaining. Emphasis on entertaining. I feel like the word entertainment should just be given to her because for every movie that I've watched of her, it's always fun, more fun. Like honestly speaking, she's so hilarious. Honestly speaking, but on this particular story is so sad that not many persons actually see the beautiful damsel that she is, the beautiful light that she is, and it's quite painful because again we are in that world where anybody can say anything they like without having to think twice about it. Yeah, and I honestly speaking, it's not something to be happy about because on this one it's written here, Funke Akindele breaks silence on mental health amid political criticism. Tell me why somebody's asking her, oh, you want to be in politics, or you're running for deputy governor, no say no, get husband. Why they who tell you say they will give you the position? I mean, imagine a fellow citizen of Nigeria saying that. Hey God, where exactly are we even talking about change? Because again, it's I mean that kind of statement does not make any sense to me. And I mean, for every time that I even check stories about where people are dragging her, it's always for the wrongest of things, really. Can you people just allow her be? Like, for real, allow her be. I've not seen anything wrong that Funke Akindele has done. I remember the time where they had to drag her one time about, I think, an actress that was, on her show. On her movie, right? That's Jennifer's Diary, the seasons and all. Then during the time where the woman died and all, they're like, oh, Jennifer was there. She didn't, Funke was there, that she didn't, take care of the lady and a whole lot. I mean, people should just rest, really. Try to see the bright things of people, the bright side of people, rather. For every time you always, there's always one thing or the other to say about her. And it's so wrong. Same with Tony Abraham, actually. For every time, any small thing can you people rest? See, if when you both start understanding that these celebrities, number one, they are, humans like you, and they will not get it right. They are not perfect. Do you understand? They will not always get it right. People went after Tony Abraham because she's supporting the ruling party. So what? You yourself, you're not supporting the ruling party. Also, amplify your voice, open your mouth, talk. Let people hear the party that you're fighting for. Instead of you having to drag their family. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. Tell me how you are okay. A fellow woman like you, she has left two marriages. The one she had with her first husband, that should be around 2012 or so. Then the last one that's with JJC Skills, right? That I think they parted ways 2022. You open your mouth with all of these things that one woman is dealing with. You open your mouth and tell her why you dey run for politics. You will no get husband. Imagine, just imagine. It's really crazy, and honestly, I feel for her because again, she's human. You people come with insults, come with everything that you have to feel, forgetting that these things that you are saying can actually kill someone. And that's why I love the Bible so much. Where there's that part where it says you don't necessarily even have to, trick the person knife. Only your mouth alone. Once you say something, you can actually just kill the person. And look, I mean, I like, one thing I also love about her is her resilience. She's strong. She has that power. Regardless of what people have to say, she'll just look at you people and say, it's all right, moving on to the next. And I feel like that's really the energy that I would like to see in a lot of people because, again, suicide is never the answer to solve a particular problem. When you see people are insulting you so many times, move away from it. Try to do good things. One thing about social media, once you start to do good things and all, people would actually see you and they'll say well done to you. It's just like that time where they were comparing her to Taraji, right? And I like what Ernie said that time, and you're like, no, Funke is her own person, she's her own brand. Why are you doing a comparison with, I mean, comparing her with, someone in the US? That doesn't make any sense, I like, and I think in as much, see, people should stop seeing her from the angle from her, the things that have happened to her. People should allow her be and see that bigger light of her being her as a producer, her as an actress. One thing with me, I think because again I carry lights, you understand. So for every time I see people, I try to see the good things they have to offer instead of having to see their bad things or then whatever. The truth is, each and every one of us, we're not perfect. We know that. Allow her be with her flaws. Let everybody move on. See the good part. For every time I think about Funke, I see her as that very wonderful, talented person, talented actress, talented producer. I remember I can't even wait to get, the second season of that particular movie. I hope it drops this year. There's so many good things about Funke that we can actually talk about. So why be more concerned about her, about her flaws and all? People should move on, please. And it just shows that people are not, I think it was, what's her name that said this? I can't remember it now. The name is not coming to head. She was saying it that day. If people are calling her a prostitute, it's not a new thing now. Can people come up? Can people be more brilliant? Come up with something, a bit more substantial instead of having to open your mouth and you just rant. And I feel like that's something that you do. But yeah, well, shout out to her. Again, we are giving people their flowers today. So shout out to Funke. She has been doing wonderful things. Who did not laugh in Jennifer Diary? So why, hey, please, people should give her flowers. Well done, Funke. We see you. Moving on to the next. I love the story so much. You know why? It's from Small Doctor. I've not heard from Small Doctor in a long time. We remember if you see this, you go see this. I love Small Doctor so much. And one interesting part that I would like you guys to see is the fact that when I saw the story, right, it made me remember how we used to enjoy street hop. Like, I don't know about you guys, maybe because I'm from Ajigule. So there's a thing with the likes of Wakona, and all of those very funny songs. Oh God, I remember when Wakona came out that year. Oh my Lord, I remember like there was this. I think my landlord's son or so. He prefers to dance his own Wakona very close to the well. You can imagine that. So it used to be so funny. And honestly speaking, on this one, I feel like Small Doctor is actually making sense on this one. Let me quickly read it out. And it says, something needs to be fixed on decline of Fuji music. And I'll read it out. And it says, Adekunle Temitokpe, popularly known as Small Doctor, is a Nigerian Fuji and street hop musician rather. He expressed concern over the decline of Fuji music, stating that the genre is dying and needs urgent intervention to revive its popularity. Small Doctor highlighted the lack of new prominent Fuji artists emerging in recent years as a sign of genre's diminishing presence. I feel like heavy on what he's saying actually, because when we don't see people carry up this genre, it of course with time we'll stop hearing about it. Do you get what I'm saying? Just like, and I think one thing that I've done is the likes of Burna Boy carry some of the sound from Fuji and just add it to their sound, and some people would actually even say that Afrobeat has somehow embodied all of these other sounds. So I don't know. I think the best person to give us this kind of details about these things are people that are already into the music proper. Me, I'm just a music enthusiast, and I leave it at that. You understand? But when it comes to all of those sounds, we need someone to be able to tell us how exactly even do we even get the Afrobeat sound. Like, of course, like they are different with like the Amapiano and all. But you see some musicians like the likes of Rema. I think Rema actually did that in his album He Is. You see where they have all of these sounds come together. They personally even have their own sound. Like the likes of Rema has his own sound. Everybody just speak their sound. Oh, I like this. We keep working on this and we add it to every of their, their music and all. So honestly speaking, heavy on what, Small Doctor said, I feel like we should have artists that should, pushed out this genre so that it doesn't go into extinct, right? But like I was saying, that when I saw the story and I listen to some of his songs. I went to go and listen to Penalty. Well, dun dun dun, I went to listen to Penalty, and it somehow made me also realize that we have somebody here that sounds maybe not like Small Doctor, but would have actually given us a more better vibes if he has been very strategic about his songs and all of that. And that's Portable. Let's not lie. Yeah. Portable actually gives me that vibe. He has a bit, touch of Small Doctor. So if you're talking about the whole Fuji thing, I think to some extent, Portable actually gives us a bit of Fuji. Yeah, I'm not going to take that away. Yeah. But I think Portable should know kind of, let us hear it more. Let us hear that sound more from him. Yeah. Portable is actually doing it, let's not lie. Because until I had to, listen to, what's his name, Small Doctor, then I get like, So Portable actually, he's not, his song is, in line with the sound and all of that. I used to think that Portable just came from the sky. Don't worry. We'll have another day to discuss that. But I like the fact that there's a touch, of Small Doctor in Portable. I just hope that Portable would be more strategic and just, let us hear that instead of, because now the kind of things that we hear from Portable is Portable. You guys get the point. You get the memo. I don't need to go far. But I just hope that, he gives us a bit more of that enjoyment that we need to hear. All right, before we go, it's important to, talk about this last story, which is from Moses Blees. And it says, I feel like paying my wife's bride price weekly. God, I beg. When you find the right person. Okay, Moses Blaze is a Nigerian gospel artist known for his inspirational songs. In a heartfelt interview, he expressed profound gratitude for his wife, describing her as perfection in human form. Hell, Blaze stated that he feels like paying her bride price every week. Highlighting the joy and fulfillment he experiences in their marriage. So I think their marriage is a year old. And according to him, because I was reading I like Camel, but there was this part I saw where he was saying that it's a year old, and for every time that he sees her, it's more like, when you have that feeling of you guys just got married. Exactly. And he's still feeling that and all. I'm so happy for them. I'm happy, honestly speaking, I'm so happy for him, because I'm not even going to lie. I don't know how many of you noticed, but for every time I see, Moses Blees on stage, I see a lot of, like, you will know he's a happy man, he's a fulfilled man, he's like, there's so much happiness when there's so much joy around him, like, it's obvious. Only from the screen you can tell. You don't even need to see him in person. Only from the screen you can tell. I was in one of the one of the programs that he was called upon to sing and all, and I was just looking at him. If you look at his songs too, there's this niche that he has carved for himself. Shout out to Moses Bliss, by the way. There's this niche that he has carved for himself, and it's so beautiful to behold. It's so beautiful to listen. Like, where somebody. I mean, there's a lot to say, like, having to think about it, there's a lot to say, but you know how it is now, we have to somehow go and rest and come back again on Monday with new fresh gist. I wish I can stay with you guys the rest of the day. Honestly speaking, I can do it. But there are some rules and regulations that we have to abide by. You guys, I'll miss you. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I can't wait till next week, Monday. Don't worry, by the time we sleep and wake up, it's Monday already. You know how it is now. Weekend is never a weekend. It's never weekending. You understand? It's always very short. It's always, but I can't wait till Monday. All of you, stay blessed, enjoy your weekend, and of course, listen to more Amebo. Hey bestie, my name is God's Beauty Israel. Thank you so much for always tuning in to Gossip Gala. But research has shown that you've probably not subscribed to our channel. Make a no fight you, but what are you waiting for? Quickly click that button now and subscribe so you don't miss out on all the juices.